Hi, everybody. Out in Facebook land, it's Laurie Forster.
And I'm Michael Forster.
He cooks.
She whines.
He loves doing that. Anyway, Michael was so excited to make this Facebook Live today. I thought it would be fun for you guys to see what a chef does with leftover turkey and maybe talk about a few more delicious wines that you can enjoy with your leftovers. So before we get to the food, you always have to start your wine sandwich with the wine. I'm drinking a Beaujolais Blanc from Domaine de Poublé. And Domaine de Poublé is actually imported by one of my very favorite importers, Kermit Lynch. He was like a pioneer in the 70s. Used to be you could only get Bordeaux and Burgundy as far as French wines were concerned. And Kermit Lynch went to France and found all these small producers from all these different regions and made sure that we had the wines here in the U.S. Mm-hmm. So I'm drinking a Beaujolais Blanc. What does that mean? It's Chardonnay, okay? But it's an unoaked style, fresh fruit. You've got your apple, crisp acidity, and I think it's going to go with a lot of the leftovers we're going to have. What do you say, Chef?
All right.
Chef's drinking Jameson.
I'm drinking whiskey.
Just in case you're wondering what his perfect pairing is. Okay.
So, as you know, or you may not, chefs eat junk food. When they're not working, they eat junk food.
True story.
Our first dish is actually going to be a little bit weird. We're going to make quesadillas, turkey quesadillas.
Love that.
In a waffle maker.
This is something kids can do because our daughter Michaela has made these herself.
Quite a few times. So it's actually really simple. I have onions and peppers already sauteed up. Just a little olive oil, salt, pepper.
Yay!
I have turkey chopped up that we're going to go in. We're going to mix it all together.
I could probably mix it.
I'm going to add a little
if you need assistance.
Cheese in there for glue. And I like mine very cheesy, so I add lots of cheese.
Love it. Just like your jokes.
Haha, cheesy. And then you add your
Tortillas.
tortillas.
Even I know that. It's awesome.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, things aren't firing yet. He doesn't have enough Jameson in the system.
Gotta add your tortilla to the waffle maker, and you just spread this out evenly inside your tortilla.
This is super easy. I can do this. I mean, I don't have to, but I could do this if I wanted to. Delicious. Now the red I picked here.
Close it up.
Love it. Does it lock?
Well, it's supposed to, but not so much if you have a lot of
stuff. Mike has made brownies in this waffle maker. He's made eggs, quesadilla. You did like a whole week of cooking everything in the waffle maker, didn't you?
It was a phase. I went through a phase.
A phase. I like that phase.
Phase is gone. So this isn't going to turn, but as long as it's pressed down enough, both sides heat up, so it'll work fine.
Perfect.
So I'll get rid of these. All we have left after it's cooked is your sour cream and your salsa.
Love it.
And you have a quick, easy lunch for the day after Thanksgiving.
I love it. And the Beaujolais Rouge, the Nouveau I have here, we talked about the other night on the Facebook Live, is also a great red to have on the table. Lots of fruit, lots of acidity. In France, they drink Beaujolais everywhere. This is the Nouveau to celebrate, of course, the holidays. But Cru Beaujolais is some of the best food-friendly red out there. So, and lower calorie because it's lower in alcohol. What say you? So this is another...
Lower in alcohol. That's never a good thing.
This is another way you can use your turkey leftovers. The first, of course, was the quesadilla. That was something I was very excited about. But Mike is known for his Reubens.
Love Reubens. Reubens, great.
He orders them everywhere he goes, but he is almost always disappointed. Because going out to dinner with the chef is like watching a scientist dissect a frog. This guy knows too much. But anyway, either the bread is soggy or not crispy enough, or the cheese isn't right. So he has a method of making a Reuben that is surefire.
Surefire. So, in case you're wondering, I have an induction heater here. I have a French cast iron or a French iron pan. It's just a newer way of cooking. But what I do is I heat up the bread a little bit. If you don't have it in, well, I have this out in the garage, but if you have it like just at room temperature, you can just start right away. But you want it just a good room temperature, even a little warmer.
The bread.
The
room
bread.
Temperature.
You want to spread a little butter.
When a chef says a little butter, it means a lot of butter. I'm sorry.
You want to make sure that it's covered nicely. It's not a lot. It's just a little
all
butter.
right.
And you're going to toast that, and it's just the one side. It's just going to be the outside.
If you have questions for Chef, chat them up in the window, or any questions about wine. I would talk about leftover wine, but it's something we never have here in this house.
Never have it.
It's not a problem.
I actually
What
like
about you?
leftover wine to cook with, but I never have leftover wine to cook with.
Yes,
So,
you do.
and then if you do have leftover wine, you can actually put it in ice cube trays, throw it in the freezer, and just use it. Throw a little bit in your stocks, sauces,
Yep.
just whatever.
You've seen the ice cube trays with the wine in them.
Okay, so we're gonna toast this in the pan with the butter until it's nice golden brown. It's got to be nice and crisp, nice and golden brown. We're actually gonna flip it over too and toast the dry side, the non-buttered side, so it gets a little bit of a, how do you say, a little crispiness to it, but you don't
Right.
want it to really toast too much.
Is the quesadilla something we should look at? Not yet.
Not yet.
All right. How long
But it's quick.
do you keep it in there? I mean, how do you know when it's done?
Technically, quesadillas have this. Well, the waffle iron has the little green light that says, "Oh, it's done."
Yeah.
But
that's for waffles.
That's for waffles. This is for quesadillas. My quesadilla is actually leaking out some juice,
That's a good thing.
which is a good thing because there's a lot of onion, peppers, turkey, cheese. They all have liquid. They're going to soak out. But you want to get this so it's nice and toasted, and it's nowhere near that yet.
Now, when we got married, I was only allowed to pick out white plates because chefs have a thing about designs on their plates. Tell them what you said about
The food's the art.
the
The
food
plate's
is the
not
art.
the
So you
art.
have to have a white plate so that you really focus on the food. Maybe people knew that. I don't know.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Never blue plates. Never buy blue plates.
Well, that's a Kmart thing, right?
Blue plate special.
What is blue? Where does that come from? Do you guys know where that? I don't know where that came from.
So anyway, I just toasted the other side. Just ooh, that's hot. A little bit, so it's a little golden brown, and I'm flipping it back over. Should probably use tongs.
Yeah, chefs they have like asbestos hands.
So the other side is just toasted a little bit. See
Okay.
how I put that there?
Yeah.
So I'm
He's
putting
brilliant.
cheese. So Reubens have cheese, right? The trick to the cheese on a Reuben is you want to cover both sides of the bread.
Here, I think they need a close-up view.
I can do that. Oh, you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
You're
can
not
see.
getting the bread.
There you go.
But see that? It's not covered. Half cheese.
Love it.
Half
And
cheese.
why do you need it fully covered with cheese?
That way, when you put all the stuff on there, it doesn't leach out all the liquid into the bread, so the bread remains nice and crisp.
Nice. Now what are you gonna do?
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going
Quesadilla.
to take my sauerkraut, which is I've already heated up in a pan, and I'm just going to spread that on one side.
Bless you.
I'm going to take my turkey, which I already heated up in a pan, on the other side. It's all right. It's not going anywhere. Laurie's worried about
The
turkey.
quesadilla is smoking. I'm getting worried. Let me go get the fire extinguisher. Just kidding, people. Just kidding.
It's perfect.
I know. Why do I question it?
So
Let's go back to the wine.
and then I'm going to add my Reuben dressing. I like a lot of Reuben dressing on mine, so I put it to both sides.
And you made that yourself, right? What goes
Yeah.
in there? Ketchup, mayonnaise.
Ketchup, mayonnaise,
Relish.
relish, Worcestershire, a little lemon juice. Taste it, maybe a little extra pepper. If you like it a little spicy, you can add a little Tabasco.
Ooh, that looks really
Kind of
good.
whatever you want. Which
So
you're
turkey
smelling.
quesadilla, turkey Reuben. That's a lot more
Here's the
exciting
burning
than your regular old turkey sandwich.
Okay, I let my bread go a little bit too far, but shh, don't tell anyone that. And then you just grab a knife and cut it.
All right, let's get a close-up view of that because that looks amazing. There you go.
I wouldn't go that dark,
Turkey
but
Reuben.
it's nice and crisp. This will not get soggy because of the cheese on both sides.
All right, so I think our quesadilla is done.
Quesadilla should be just about done.
All right, let's see what's going on with that.
Quesadilla done.
In the waffle maker, people. Even if you live in a dorm room, you can make this thing.
And then with it made in the waffle maker,
It's already pre-sized.
it's already pre-tell you how to cut it. Just follow the lines. Can't cut on a plate.
Sorry about that, chef. All right, this is looking good.
There you go.
Beautiful. Cheers, everyone. So we had a turkey Reuben, a turkey quesadilla, which we're going to serve with some sour cream and salsa. I hope we give you an inspiration to do something different with your leftover turkey. Grab some Beaujolais, whether it's a Blanc or a Rouge. It's the perfect pairing with lots of these leftover meals. Or Jameson will do as well. Thanks a lot, guys. It's Laurie Forster and...
I'm Michael Forster.
Cheers. He cooks.
She whines.
See you later.
See ya. Peace. Holla.